Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't do it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist, but I bet you wanna be.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on? And the pressure gets to him again.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
With it is Brown. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. They had pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jalen Ferguson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's taken on the 25. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mariota, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota, and that's caught by Smith. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
To throw Mariota. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson now. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack on first down, Jackson, oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Ferguson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Patriots take over. A first update now from Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A first down throw for Mariota. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Alvin away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mariota. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now Jackson on first down. The completion to Riddick. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Jackson. is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to make the play, Joejuan Williams.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Play fake. Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got Smith here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. From the red zone now, Mariota. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they
under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Ferguson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Finds his tight end Ingram, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Jackson. He finds Riddick complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Now Jackson. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards, and the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New York set to take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically,
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. First down, Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. But I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off.
And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Now Brown. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and cuts out right sideline. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Michelle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. On play action, Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw again is Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Mariota now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sanders now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there. Jackson on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. The completion to Riddle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. Now it's Jackson.
The goal for any offense versus his own.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 54-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now Michelle. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Second down now. Michel. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They begin with a run by Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run it again with Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
36.
Here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Check.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And it's Michel once again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's Matt Weil now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time,